Thespians, hello! How are you? Good? I'm good too. Thank you. I have been at, rehearsals. I keep calling them auditions, but they're not auditions because I'm in the show. So that's ridiculous, and I'm a crazy person. But we all already knew that, so that's fine. That's my boss's new thing. I say I'm a crazy person, and then she says, yes, you are. So there was something to talk about today on the channel. I've forgotten what that was, so I'm gonna, very quickly, while I talk, try and find out just what I was meant to be talking about today. Which shouldn't be too difficult. It's not that hard to find the channel. But this whole new thing that I'm doing, this well thing, is going quite well. I'm quite happy with it. It seems to be, like, you know, good. We've been working on it today. Kind of doesn't, like, it isn't really anything yet because it's devised work, and devised work is so, like, wacky and crazy, and that's mad. Devised work is so wacky, and it can be so obscure and out of there, so it's kind of difficult to know just what it is we're making. Out of curiosity, did any of you see the musical video I posted last week? Because that was weird. I'm not sure if I regret doing that, but check out my channel. Go do that. That was random. I'm sorry. So that's what happened there. I'm talking about the well. Oh wow, I'm all over the place today. The Well is really the only theatrical thing I'm doing right now, and it's probably going to be the only theatrical thing I'm doing for a while. Because I'm also ASMing for a dance piece, but I don't make a good assistant stage manager because I am stage manager, and I think both Mary and Kelly have both stage managed, so I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys, but as a stage manager, I don't do well in a whole, you know, stage management thing. Digitalization of theatre. That's right. That's what we're meant to be talking about today. I find this really interesting. One, because Kelly mentioned the digitalized prompt book. Greatest thing ever, and I want one. Probably not going to happen anytime soon because I have no budget for anything ever, but, you know, that would be great. I would love one of those. As far as digitalizing theatre goes, I had a big I want one moment with a friend of mine's show. He was directing and producing a magic show for the comedy festival, and he ended up operating the lights for it one night. And in the theatre that night, he realised that this system they had was this really heavily digitized system, and everything was on like one tablet, like an iPad type thing, and the whole lighting system and all the sound system and the curtains and everything in that theatre was on this one tablet, and he could literally just be like, and everything could change. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's one of those moments of like technology doing like all in the same thing, and oh, it made me so happy, and it looked complicated, but it made me so happy. So that was one thing that was pretty cool. As far as the digitalization of theatre goes, I do think it's kind of a bad thing at times because it really takes away from theatre. On the other hand, it's something that needs to be done because it's something that's so familiar with the public at the moment. The digital world is such a thing now. Like, I recently submitted a performance pitch for university where I suggested that half of a theatre performance based on pervasive gaming could be done through video games. Complicated, don't want to go into it, but it works. Like, you need to... the idea is that you design and create a video game of which the only way to complete the game, to like get through it, is to be playing the video game and playing the theatre game at the same time, and so like they cross-reference each other, and that becomes like a 3-day-long show based on that. But so in that sense I like it, but I think sometimes it goes to the extreme. For example, the live recording orchestras for musicals instead of actually having orchestras play right there. Nice idea. Seems a bit cheaper, seems a bit more simple, but you know, beyond any other reason, one of the big issues I have with it is a lot of musical theatre performers need their conductor to be there. And with a live orchestrated version, they don't have that anymore, and it just becomes, there's nothing real. You're taking the realness out of theatre if you're digitalizing everything, because and there is a thing about theatre that it is real, and theatre is happening there, and it can change right there and then, whereas if you're digitalizing everything, it can't change, it's always going to be the same, you're just churning out the same thing over and over again, and you lose the live element that makes theatre great. That's all I really have to say today. I'll see you all next week.